So I guess I'm the island dating show guy now. That's me now. That's my whole brand, is doing reviews on these shows now. I guess, because every single time a new one comes out, people are on Twitter, I got tweeting at me, you get a new one! You guys, you check it, you blah, blah. My question is, how are there still new ones coming out? How? It's like every week. My whole brand has been consumed by these shows, and they're still coming out. Love Island, ITV and CBS, Too Hot to Handle, Netflix, F-Boy Island, HBO, and now Discovery. The Discovery Channel, the channel that does Shark Week. Now they have an island dating show. It's called Naked and Afraid of Love. Seriously, that's really what it's called. I didn't think it could get worse than F-Boy Island, but I also didn't think that there'd be enough room in our brains for 10 of the same show. But here we are, Naked and Afraid of Love. I kind of like that, actually. I like that. I like what they did with that because they made it like a spin-off of an already really popular show, Naked and Afraid, which is an amazing show, by the way. That show is about a bunch of strangers that get dropped in the middle of nowhere, completely naked, and they have to survive for as long as they can. This show is about a bunch of strangers that get dropped in the middle of nowhere and have to fall in love and also survive. It's the same thing, they just added the finding love part on top of the stresses of staying alive in a remote place.
Modern dating has been a disaster.
I've tried the apps, clubs, bars. This is the last resort to do.
He's tried the apps, the clubs, the bars. So, I mean, if being completely naked, stranded on an island with a girl doesn't work, I'd say this man is hopeless. I don't know, the title is just so funny to me. Naked and Afraid of Love. They just added, let's take our current show and this is like if Love Island made a show that was still Love Island, you have to find love, but it's also last one to survive wins. And it's called Love Island or Die Trying. Anyways, first thing I'll say about this show is that it is awkward. Very, very awkward. Outside of sexual situations, being naked, especially outside, is an extremely vulnerable thing. And I feel like we all just kind of, I mean, I can't remember the last time I was naked outside, but everyone in this show kind of like resorts back to childlike behavior because it's like such a defense mechanism against the awkwardness of being naked around other people. You know, that's why dudes, when they get out of the shower, you know, they kind of flap their dick around or whatever, you know. It's because like being naked is kind of weird, so you got to make it funny somehow, you know? And this show combines that energy with the awkward flirting that you get on the first episode of any dating show, and the result is just so uncomfortable.
Oh, hello.
Hey, how are you?
Good.
Come here.
I'm a hugger. Hey, how are you?
Just naked bodies smushed against each other within 5 seconds of meeting. They just skipped the first 9 chapters of a relationship.
What's your name?
Candace.
Candace. Hey, I'm Bennett.
Nice to meet you.
Candace sees my dick right now? Yes, she does. Yep, it's out.
My first time on TV anymore.
That's okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, fuck! It's so awkward. It is so cringe. And they're both, like, trying not to look down, so they're like... Okay, cool. So, what was your name again? Candace? Word. Yeah, nice to meet you. Oh, cool. Yeah, no, I'm just checking out this guy. It's a beautiful day, you know? Beautiful boobies. It's clouds up there.
I can talk.
Yes.
You're doing good. This is new for me too.
Okay. Yes.
We're like,
Oh, man. And he's, like, trying to overcompensate by being, like, too comfortable. And it's just the whole thing is like, what am I watching? Put on some fucking clothes!
Pittsburgh.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
East Coast.
Yeah.
It's really awky right now because my wang is hanging out and I'm just like, okay, is she paying attention to my ding dong? And like...
It's really awky right now. Because like my wiener's out and is she like looking at my dingling? Like... This would be all of us naked in outside. You'd be like, stop looking at my bum cheeks. My wheelie's flapping around. Also, again, like the most awkward flirting. Did you hear what that began with? She said, I'm from Pittsburgh. And he goes, East Coast.
Pittsburgh.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
East Coast.
Yeah.
That's the kind of shit you would see on a normal dating show. Is some bland, stupid ass comment like that just doesn't add anything to the conversation. East Coast. Yup, that's where it is. But they're also naked. Also, this dude could not fit the classic surfer archetype more. I mean, it's like ridiculous. Bro, is she looking at my ding-a-ling? I mean, I guess it would be just as weird to say penis, wouldn't it? You know, he'd be like, is she looking at my penis? And then we'd be like, why is he using the medical term? Why is he saying penis? That's weird. Dude, I can't stop thinking, is she looking at my penis and testicles? I mean, can she see my urethra? We just don't know what to do. We don't know what to do, you know? We don't know how to handle being naked in the daylight with a stranger. It's so fucking foreign to the modern human. It's hilarious, but fuck, it's so awkward. This, like, 80% of this episode is just like, ugh. The worst interactions. I mean, is there anything more awkward than this moment right here?
He had a hard-on. That's what my first impression is.
He was sporting a bone dog! Woo! Oh my god, that's so funny. That's gotta be the one and only thing as a man you pray does not happen in this situation. It's like, okay, I'm meeting this girl, I'm gonna be completely naked, just don't fart and don't get a boner. And my man did the latter. At that point, you gotta just embrace it, which he did, you know? She was like, you excited? And he was like, yeah, I'm excited that you're my partner. And there's nothing else you can do at that point. You can't really like play it off. You can't really like refer to it, you know? You can't really be like, oh, he wants to shake hands too, I guess. Oh. Or like, yeah, it's just a no reason boner. You're not even that hot, so I don't even know why this is happening. I just really like trees. In Naked and Afraid, the naked part isn't really front and center because the main goal is to survive. But here, it's the main, like one of the main goals is to survive and also fornicate. So everyone is like silently judging bodies and, you know, figuring out if they're into it. So there's like this palpable sexual tension, which is weird because like normally if you're naked beside somebody in bed, like they are here, you already established that there's a romantic connection here, but they're still trying to figure it out here. So it's just weird.
You look great to make you feel a little bit better.
Thanks. You look good too.
Thank you.
You look good, by the way. No, you look, thank you, but you look good. No, I was just distracted by how good you look. Oh, sorry, I can't hear you over how good you look.
Oh, okay. What have you picked up being a firefighter?
Just knots, mostly knots.
Would you say that you're naughty?
I mean, that was a great fucking joke. That was a great joke, and he barely even gave it a laugh. He was like, huh. Fucking, it was a great joke.
You ready to survive together?
Yeah, hell yeah.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Hey, I'm ready.
Did he just windmill? Did he just do it? Hey! I mean, that's some shit you do when you're like deep into a long-term relationship. Yeah. I'm also kind of interested in, you know, how the editors feel about this show and editing some of this footage because on one hand, you know, it's whatever, it's a naked body. Get used to it. You know, if you're spending hours editing this stuff, you kind of get desensitized. But on the other hand, you also have to edit footage like this.
Little push up here and there. Get the blood flowing. Little pump.
You know, this guy was worried about his muscles showing, so he started doing push-ups, but he's naked. So, you know, his junk is just kind of hanging. You know, as he's doing push-ups, it's just like hitting the ground. I feel like editing that would be a little bit weird. That's not a normal scenario, you know? Just junk, you know, just the junk with the full gravitational pull on it. You know, just, you know. I feel like that's a little bit uncomfortable.
Well, thanks for the help with the fire.
You're welcome.
Like this right here, that's just full-on sack cam. That man is split leg like this, and the camera is directly in front of him. You know, that's more sack than I've ever seen on TV before, and, you know, I watch the World Championships of Hacky Sack every year. It's not a joke. Here we go, genitals in a different medium. A little bit of a different gravitational pull here. Like, I feel like editing porn or something after this wouldn't be as weird. I think what's interesting about the show is that the casting process must be, you know, a lot different and harder than the typical island dating show, because you're not only finding, you know, attractive people open enough to go on a show like this, but they also have to have survival skills, and they also have to be open and willing to be butt-ass naked around strangers on national TV. So the people, like, some of them are super confident and chill, and some are a little weird. Like, you know, I don't know, like the boner guy, for example. The very first night, he says this.
Babe, if we don't get married by the end of this, I don't know what we're... That's it.
Dude, pump the brakes, maybe? Marriage? What are you talking about? It's the first night. Babe, if we don't get married... First of all, I called her babe. Second of all, he's talking about marriage. This is the first night, you know? And of course, by the end of the episode, she friend zones him. Because she's like, what the fuck? That was weird. Which it was. But, you know, can you blame him? I don't know. Being naked just kind of throws off people's perception of normal human interactions, you know? And then there's the surfer guy who we touched on earlier, but here's another funny clip.
I'm trying to look Rachel in the eyes right now, but I definitely want to do a little fast glance here and there. Check out the goods, like the papaya.
Check out the goods, like, as in, you know, the papaya, as in, like, you know, the cantaloupes. You know what I'm talking about, right? Like, you know, as in the leeches, you know? He gets friend zoned too, by the way. It's not really going well for some of the dudes at the end of this episode, unfortunately. I guess there's also kind of like a body positivity aspect to this show. You know, it's teaching people that other people aren't judging your body as hard as you think. It's more about the connection you make with them than anything else. I don't know. They talk about that a little bit. They have some conversations about that, like this one, for example.
I've never even seen my that small, and I took my clothes off, and I have it. It's my... I'm surprised how comfortable I am with my size.
I have a massive vagina. I don't want to brag, but it's huge.
There you go. Body positivity. The guy was like, I've never seen my dick that small. And she's like, I have a massive vagina, so it's not gonna work out. I don't know. Honestly, the show, I don't really have that much to say about it. It was kind of boring. As far as island dating shows go, once the novelty of the nakedness wore off, it's just like, I don't know. It just kind of feels like a bad version of the other ones. And I think it's because it's Discovery. You know, it's like a learning channel. Naked and Afraid, the original one, is a respected show because it's fucking extreme. Those people lose like 50 pounds. They have to like kill alligators with their bare hands and eat them. Like, it's hardcore. So to try and combine that with the island dating show format, it's just kind of weird because they can't go completely trashy like these other shows can. All the other shows have to do is just cast people who only go clubbing every day. That's it, you know? 24-year-olds whose main thing is to go clubbing and have sex. That's it. These are like real people. They have actual jobs. So watching them flirt is just not that fun. It's kind of weird. For me, at least. I don't know. I'm not going to keep watching it. But I am very excited for the premiere of Deadliest Catch, Discovery's new show. That's a dating show on a boat where they're all also serial killers. Deadliest Catch. Do you get it, dumbass? Later.